Hey guys, this is Eric Ho. I'm here, had another fantastic week, just finished our business systems mastery. Those of you who were there, it was absolutely amazing. Another amazing event filled with amazing entrepreneurs, next generation entrepreneurs. And I just thought, I'd just put a video together this week just to cover a few points that we actually covered during BSM. And for those of you who were there, then there's a bit of a recap for you. For those of you who missed out, then maybe, you'll find some of these messages and some of these strategies and what I'm just about to share with you useful. And, I always say, a lot of people, they go into business for the reason of getting out of the rat race. They want to be able to control their own time, to be able to do what they want when they want, to be able to not work under other people's command, right? And build and spend their lives away building someone else's dreams for them. So what happens is a lot of people exit the 9 to 5 job and then they go to create their own business. But the problem I see most of the time is that people we were never brought up with the right entrepreneurial background. Like through school, through education, through society, it does not teach us how to build wealth, or does not teach us how to build multiple streams of passive income and make a lot of money in business. And so we go down this route, and then we ask people around us, but always remember, most people around us are not the most successful. But we ask for advice from people around us, and then what we do is we go on the internet and we search on Google how to set up my company, what's the best way, how to market it, how to deal with branding, and we deal with all of this stuff, and then we go into this rat race, and we start creating this rat race of our own where we're kind of stuck trying to make the business work. And only the minority actually end up working. If you really think about it, stats show today that nearly 90% of all businesses fail within the first 5 years. And that means the majority of people who take all of their life savings to put into their first business lose it all. And then they end up failing or end up coming out of business. So the question is, how should you look at business, and how should you do business the proper way and the best way? How can you be part of that top 10%, or what I call, the top 5 or the top 1%, the people who not just survive, not just make that money, but be able to free up that time to be able to do what they want when they want, and actually have the freedom that they wanted in the first place going into business. Because the majority of entrepreneurs in there, they think that they're entrepreneurs, but they're merely just employees of their own business, slaving away, trying to make ends meet, trying to make the business work. So I just want to share with you the simplicity of business. The problem I see most of the time is that people make business so much more complex than it needs to be. In fact, doing business is really down to just 2 key points. And this is what I was teaching, and this is what I was talking about throughout this weekend. And most people think it's really, really complex, and they try to overcomplicate things. But if you just keep it down to the simplicity of, number 1 is about value. Is about that product and that service. Whatever that product or whatever that service, whatever that industry is that you're serving right now, it must be out there to serve people. It must be out there to solve problems for people. It must be a solution for people. And if you can find a product or service that is actually a solution, in such a sense where you take that product and service, and if you were to give it to someone, they'll be like, thank you so much. This is so great. I love it so much, right? If you can find that thing, then that fulfills number 1, right? Then number 2 is about monetization. Number 2 is about how to sell it. You take a product, you sell it, the money comes in, cha-ching, right? That's it. But then what a lot of people do when it comes to business is they go into business, and then what happens is they'll think, okay, first thing to do, set up a company, build the website, and then website needs to look perfect. Oh, the photo's not there yet. The video needs to look perfect. Oh, well, if I'm going to do video, the lighting needs to be right. And it goes on and on and on. Do all of this creative stuff, what I call the fun stuff, right? There's a lot of creative people out there. The fun stuff. We print our business cards, we make this brilliant logo, we hand it out, and then we're kind of like, oh, so proud, at that first moment when we first start our business, right? Here's my business card, really, really proud. And what happens is a few months down the line, you're still doing all of this design stuff, and then no money's coming in, and you're realizing, wait there, you're scratching your head and thinking, wait there a second, how do I get the money in? But the problem is that most people, they kind of want to get away from this whole idea that they need to sell. Sales is everything. What we need to understand is sales is everything. You can have the best product, you can have the best service, you can have the best idea, you can have the best message in the world. You can have the best message to be able to change the world. You have the best solution in the world. But if you do not know how to sell that message, that product or that service to other people, then you haven't got a message. You can keep it to yourself. The only way to serve the greater good, the only way to add value to people's lives and solve problems for people is to serve by selling. It's all about selling to serve. Selling is serving. Serving is selling. The only way to get your product, your service, your idea, your message to another person is to understand and to master the art of sales. Think about it. The greatest entrepreneurs, the greatest leaders, the greatest communicators out there, all of the people out there, their number one skill is that skill to sell. That's how you get the product to other people. So before you even need to think about branding, spending money on websites, spending money on marketing, a lot of people think, oh, I need leads. Before even thinking about all of that, make it simple. Keep it simple. Your product, it's a pen. People like the pen. It's a great pen. It works really, really well. Cool. So that's the value, right? You take something that's valuable, sell it. Money comes in. You're already in that top 10%, the top 10% that's actually making money. So just keep it simple. That's the simplicity of business. Jack Ma talks about it all the time. He says, the greatest entrepreneurs out there are merely just problem solvers. They take problems, they find solutions, they solve problems, and then they offer those through sales. So number one, value. Number two, sales, monetization. Understand these 2 points, and let me tell you, and just work on that. Focus on that first. Keep it simple. I always say simplify to amplify. Anyway, hope this has been of use to all of you out there. And also another note as well, I've got an announcement to make, is that next week we actually have a very special guest, a great friend of mine who actually came into the UK not so long ago, and she came in with like literally nothing, and then she started her own business. I'm not going to spoil it for you and tell you what it's all about and stuff, but she built basically multiple streams of passive income, and now it's I'm not going to cover too much. I'm not going to spoil it for you. What I'll do is I'll create a link, which I'll attach to this email. So just all you need to do is just click on the link. I've asked her to kindly come and just offer some value to our team, our group of awesome people, to offer some value. So you get to learn an alternative way of creating passive income. And this way is absolutely amazing. I've never heard of anyone investing in this industry in this way, with no money down or very, very little money down, to be able to create multiple streams of passive income. And let me tell you, it sounds too good to be true. I know what you're thinking, but I would not promote anything. That I haven't seen work, and the results are there. And she's actually going to be showing you the results during the webinar as well. So any of you interested in either creating a new business, a new portfolio, or you want to create some money on the side, creating some streams of passive income, anywhere from, I think last month she said she made, I think, was it 10,000 or 15,000 pounds or something just by doing this, and she only works like 10 minutes a week or something, or no, 10 minutes a day, 10 minutes a week, I can't remember, but you'll figure it all out on the webinar. It's absolutely free. Again, it's only on special invite. It's probably never going to happen again, so make sure you grab your space early, because there's only limited spaces. Anyway, have an awesome week ahead, and do check out all the rest of our links and our posts throughout this week. It's been absolutely amazing, and check out the photos. Those of you who are at Business Systems Mastery, check out the photos below. Anyway, have an awesome week ahead. Bye for now.